What's the buzz? This is Zeta Beetle, and welcome back to Galactic Swarm Squad. We are in the home stretch today. Basically, just a few more days left to record, and this season will be done. So, once I get to the end of this, that'll be it. That'll be the total that I stay with, and assuming nobody else did any better than me, I'd say I'm pretty confident about my chances of winning. Alrighty, this time we are starting with the longest one. So, this time, this 14-minute and 1 second clip has the challenge to search chests at Slurpy Swamp. As you might expect, this'll probably get the most progress out of the challenge. Well, I say that, but that would be the last round of the previous episode at 5 out of 7. This time, I get only 1, and not for lack of trying. I searched this thing from top to bottom, and the only chest that I managed to get was the one chest that I'll be featuring here. And fortunately, heavy assault rifles, while not a great spamming weapon, do have a power advantage in some cases. The only thing is, I am a spammy, high firing rate type guy. I like my guns to fire fast, hit hard, and with the speed of lightning. I like them to shred. If they cannot do that, then it is very, very, very likely that I will be taken out. And I know that from personal experience. So, the shotguns are of course a general exception to the rule, but still, they have to fire relatively consistently, or else I still lose the fight, even if the shotgun in question is a really powerful weapon. The thing is, I do not have the accuracy to miss. Well, I don't have the accuracy for a slow-moving weapon. I just don't. If I miss a crucial shot, I'm gone. And that's just the long and short of it. That's a big reason why I do not like single magazine snipers. Because while I'm reloading the thing, I'm just trying to get that reloaded, while this dude that I'm facing is charging after me as I do so, and more often than not, they get to me by the time I have it fully reloaded. Not to mention that it takes so long that if my opponent is using a spammy weapon, I have to hold the wall until I clean run out of materials to even survive, let alone reload the thing. So, really and truly, I do not have the skills to use a slow-firing weapon. I'm sorry. If you guys think badly of me for it, then you would do well to take your you would do well to take your opinion somewhere else, because I don't have that type of skill. I don't put in that many hours in creative mode, and I don't really have the patience to try anything new in Battle Royale and risk getting killed because I was trying that something new. even if I've made some practice maps in creative, I don't really use them because most of the time we're off doing gun game or rockets versus cars or something else like that. So, and when I'm not, I'm usually doing battle royale to get some challenges done, or nowadays playing a different game entirely and enjoying myself with that, because I did just have my birthday and I did just get a new game that I'm playing as well. So you might be asking, well then why are you uploading this if you have another game that you'd much rather play? The reason is you guys. Even if I have another game that I'm wanting to play at the same time, I do know that my obligation as a YouTuber is to provide entertaining content for you guys. Even though in today's cases, the content is very outdated. However, once these two series ends, with this one being the first, you're going to be seeing more up-to-date content from me, because then I will be progressing to the current season instead of just doing this. So, in a case, I'll be helping Marty Jester out, basically. So, yeah, that'll decrease his workload as a result. So, honestly speaking, the thing about this is, this is to provide a backstory, okay? Like I said before, this is to provide a backstory for the Questopia SMP, and while my point of view is not exactly that important for that, it is just the tiniest bit important for setting it up, because the fact of the matter is, I, Jester, Vaxi, and Mirage were all in this together. And I guess Mirage's point of view would set him up for an upcoming arc that Marty Jester is planning. But that's neither here nor there. Let's just focus on the task at hand right now. So, I'm basically restoring my health by medkit, and seeing what I can do from there, basically. Like I said before, the main challenge here in this round was to search chests at Slurpy Swamp, which I have made some progress on by now. So, really and truly, anything besides that is just an unlisted bonus, basically. And here I am seeing lots and lots and lots of spears with stormtrooper helmets on them. If those helmets have heads in them, that would be rather dark, but this is Fortnite. I highly doubt that those helmets actually have heads in them. Like, I'd give it a very generous 20%. And that leaves the remaining 80% as no, it doesn't. So, I go ahead and grab the jetpack here, because like with Jester, I actually kind of enjoy using this thing. the only real downside is, while it has unlimited fuel, it doesn't let you use that much of of the fuel at a time. So you kind of have to throttle it more than on past and future models of jetpacks. So yeah, and that's basically my story in a nutshell there. I'll be grabbing this chest here, but not very much of its contents because my hotbar is full, and I didn't really want to get rid of anything that I already had here. I was looking down at this car that was stuck on a 0-point spike, and it's actually kind of scary when you think about it, because, like, if these spikes came out of the ground all of a sudden just exploded out of the ground, that would do a lot of damage. And it's really yeah, just thinking about having somebody in it at the time, not exactly a happy thought, if you catch my drift. I mean, it looked like it caught the car in the back, but that person would likely have been terrified, scared for his life, if he were in there, or she, depending on whose car it was. So it's kind of a okay, so here I was testing to see if you could use 0-point crystals while you have a jetpack. Fun fact, you can't. So these are just decorative, basically. It fades, and I'm not really that sad or surprised to see them go, because they were useless to me anyway. So I try sniping this guy, but of course my usual record in sniping is not that great. So believe me when I say it doesn't really work that well. Alright. And then this guy comes over and starts causing trouble. Which is all sorts of fun. So yeah. So this guy is up above me and trying to figure out a way to get to me without getting shot. And I am not making that easy for them. They take out my ceiling, but they get punished by a volley of light bullets in the process. And then they take my wall and get the same type of punishment. Figuring that I'm not even worth their efforts, and that I'm going to end up killing them if they stay and fight, they rift away and leave me in peace. This won't last long, however, so I believe without further ado, it's time to clip. Alrighty, so now, this time, we are going for a 2-minute and 1-second clip, where I have to search chests at Slurpy Swamp once more. As you may be able to tell, this will be the last time that I ever have to do this challenge. And this will also give me my 21st point. So, that's pretty cool. Like I said before, unless somebody does better than me, I have a pretty, good chance of winning here. Because 21 points is nothing to sneeze at. And I'm going to be getting a couple more by the time this episode finishes. So, yeah. Pretty exciting stuff, don't you think? So, I'm smashing up everything here in order to gather some materials in order to build up to the stack, where usually there's a chest. Then I start to making the staircase go like this, so that I can get up top easier. Because nothing says easy like a good old spiral staircase, right? At least that was my logic behind this. And lo and behold, I searched the very last chest here. After having done that, I move on to win the round. Yes, this round, this 1 minute and 10-second clip, I win it all right here. So, if there's an event of a tie, maybe they'll use this as a tiebreaker in order to net me the win of the whole contest. But you know what? Even if I don't win, that's perfectly fine. It just means that someone was more skilled than me, more aggressive than me, and could build better than me. Who knows? So, this guy in the distance, I start spraying with the assault rifle and net me a win. That is the move that got me the win here. After having won that round, I move on to eliminate IO guards, getting me my 22nd point. For whatever reason, I am using Coral Castle. I'm guessing because I figured that these guys there wouldn't be very many landing here, is what I'm trying to say. So, whether I'm right or wrong, one thing that I do know is that this is one of the guaranteed spawn places where those IO guards come from. So, I move on to snag a chest, and okay. So, it looks like I had a chance of catching that elevator actually coming up in the process. But, whether I did or not, I am not entirely sure. But, we'll see. I'll look over the footage again and see if I can see the very moment that it came up. Somebody's shooting at me at this point, but at the moment I am paying them no heed, because I'm paying more attention to my mission than to people that can't hit their shots. Otherwise, if they had tagged me, I would have either A, looked around for them and tried to shoot them back, or B, I would have built and ran and healed myself. So, even though I said that I'm not great with sniper rifles, the Storm Scout sniper rifle and the lever action rifle are two notable exceptions. The Storm Scout more than the lever action, because even though the lever action has a faster firing rate, it deals less damage. I don't know whether or not I caught it in the live round or not, like during gameplay, but I definitely caught it on my way through reviewing the thing, and I was actually shocked at the speed. It came up at about 10 frames a second. That is crazy fast. So it just burst from the sand and opened its doors to let out the IO guards. But anyway, now I'm on to the quest to gain max shields in a single match. Of course, since you hear the words "in a single match," you pretty well know that I was forced to make this a one-shot. So, that being said, the thing here is, I was saying that I would get a couple more points, but that was only true from the point where I got the points for eliminating IO guards. Before that point, I should have said several more points. Several being between 4 and 7, I think? Anyway, couple is usually between 2 and 3. So, yeah. I just basically throw up some walls there so as to not get hit from behind by somebody that I figured was trying to snipe at me or something. Still wary about that person, I decide to hide behind the tree from that point of view and apply my medkit. So, once I get that done, I complete the challenge and gain my 23rd point. Okay, let me just assure you of one thing. The first and second rounds for this challenge were very unlucky. You'll see what I'm talking about, which challenge I'm going for here in a little bit. But the thing about this is, this pretty well ends the whole Chuggus is an Ancient One arc. Or saga. Whichever. I don't really care at this point. So, to bring you back into the loop as to what this means, Ragnarok believes that Chuggus was an Ancient One because he speaks of power. Then Tomato Head comes along and starts dissing Chuggus and saying that he's nothing but a slurped up meathead. So there's a back and forth on this quest all over the place until finally we prove Tomato Head's point by taking somebody down or gaining max health and shields in a single match. Alrighty. So in this 2-minute and 55-second round, I'm going for the quest to collect cookbooks from Pleasant Park. This, of course, is another challenge that I finish up, gaining my 25th and final point of the episode. I think. That's what my notes say, anyway. Anyway, I break into this house after having secured the heavy assault rifle. And, I'm sorry if I'm getting annoying by repeatedly saying that I prefer the normal, but my case still stands. Like, call me a noob all you want, but I prefer the spammy weapons over the ones that hit hard, because I just simply don't have that type of skill. So I snagged something by complete accident, and I check and see exactly what I did, and then I move on to the next house and try to find the next cookbook. And it happens to be right on the floor right here. I tried to simply walk over it like I thought happened with the first one. However, it didn't work that way, so I had to manually press the square button and grab it myself. Which I have no problem doing, if that's what you thought. And I try to grab, rather, the heart-shaped box of candy that another quest was throwing my way. I'm guessing I did this in February, and then I did some editing in March. And then I edited it again in November. Which is what leads me to today. The next episode is going to be edited a little bit more recently than this. As a matter of fact, I did so today so that I could provide myself with some spoiler steam that I can let loose at the end of the episode, as I always do. But it's about time to clip. Alrighty, looks like it's about time to get into the last round of the day. This round, 1 minute 39 seconds long, has the challenge to eliminate opponents on it. So, essentially what's going on here is I am being tasked to eliminate an opponent, and I don't know how much I get done of this. And I don't even know the rarity of the challenge, to be honest with you. Not that the rarity matters at all, because every single challenge in this is 1 point. Yeah. A singular point. It's not quality, it's quantity that matters in this contest. Who can do the most in 100 days, basically. And I'm actually quite happy with how I'm doing, because unless somebody does better than me, I have a pretty good chance of winning. Even though I don't know exactly how many points Jester has, he always seems to come out looking concerned and upset, which means I know for sure that I am doing better than him. Alrighty, that seems to be about it for this episode. Join me in the next one when I harvest fruits and vegetables, eliminate players, and damage opponents at greater than 50 meters. In the meantime though, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Until then, adios amigos.